British Jews not welcome in the UK anymore. But is that just a feeling, or are we sliding into something deeper? Let's talk about it.
We've been told we're not welcome at the university.
It's hard to breathe, but that's alright.
Hey guys, welcome back to Share Unfiltered, where we dig deeper, ask questions, and keep it real. Today, we're diving into something deeper. It is the dangers of performative activism. You've seen it, from TikTok posts to protests on the streets, loud voices, bold claims, but little reflection. And sometimes, if we're being real, that energy causes more harm than good. Have you ever seen a headless chicken? Chaotic, wild, directionless. But if I'm being honest, performative activism reminds me more of a wounded cobra. It strikes at everything, not to aim, just to react, not to help, just to rage. And the very sad thing is, it ends up poisoning the very people it claims to protect. Let me show you just what I mean. Here, we'll see a clip from the UK where some British Jews said they were ready to leave the country, and others were basically saying, yeah, you should. Let's roll the clip.
This is the United Kingdom that British Jews experience today.
Zionists, they are filthy animals.
Like obedient sheep, you obey Israel.
The whole condemning Hamas, I'm not going to condemn them, and Israel doesn't exist.
Most British Jews now no longer believe they have a future here. Recent polling has also found that most Jews hide their Jewishness in public and do not feel welcome in the United Kingdom. UNFILTERED is chief executive of Campaign Against Anti-Semitism, which commissioned the poll and has been documenting the rising Jew hatred.
A lot of people have talked about whether they have a future in this country. Do I think the Jewish community in the UK is going to evaporate? No. But I do think there is a sizable conversation now happening within the community of people saying, okay, is this the place that we've got a future?
There were nearly 2,000 anti-Semitic incidents reported in the first half of 2024, the highest number ever recorded for a 6-month period. 9 out of 10 British Jews say the government is not doing enough to stop the violence and discrimination.
Now the question I want to ask is, how is this helping? How is this helping any side at all? And where is the tolerance gone? This is a Western world. This is a Western country. A country that pushes acceptance, pushes tolerance. But where is the tolerance gone? And what are the government doing to deter more people, from doing things like this?
I know some who have left. I know some who are actively, seriously looking at leaving.
Jewish investigative journalist David Collier tells us he constantly feels the anti-Jewish hate.
I get death threats every single day, but I'm also being contacted by Jews either who are having trouble at work, at home, students.
What brings you both out here today?
Well, just the amount of anti-Semitism we've had in Oxford for the past year has been really awful. We've had swastikas, we've had Jews being accused of weaponising anti-Semitism.
We've been told we're not welcome at the university.
Yeah, and it just...
down the streets.
It's been escalating, and this is the big message. It's about the escalation, it's getting gradually worse.
This in a nation where the adopted national song is Jerusalem.
The irony of this. Just listen to the irony of this.
This in a nation where the adopted national song is Jerusalem. In the song Jerusalem, the British sing, "We will not cease till we have built Jerusalem in England's green and pleasant land." But this Judeo-Christian connection that goes back centuries has begun to fray. Surveys show British Jews consider Islamists to be the most serious threat. And in a close second is the far left. Falter adds the nation's young people are being indoctrinated against Jews.
They are becoming radicalized on the internet. They are imbibing bigotries that their parents themselves don't have, and then they're teaching this from one kid to another kid. We've got a generation which is extremely hateful, and not just hateful, they're extremists.
Some non-Jews have seen the danger and are publicly supporting Britain's Jews. Mark Burbeck began the Group R fight after he witnessed the lack of public support for Jews in Israel following the October 7th massacre.
Reflecting on this, I think on the government's part, they just need to reinforce the British values, the values on which this nation was established. It needs to be reintroduced in schools. All right, teach children this. Let them get soaked in the culture that made this country great.
Shock at the lack of empathy that people had for the Israeli people, the Jewish people after October the 7th. In that period, a few of us were going to these vigils that were being organised by the Israeli community, and we sort of thought, we need to do something.
Another group supporting Britain's Jews is Christian Action Against Anti-Semitism, led by pastors Tim and Haley Gutman.
Our heart was to do something publicly that showed the Jewish people we stand with them, we love them, we're with them in solidarity. They're not alone, especially amidst this rising anti-Semitism.
David Collier is afraid demographics have already decided the future course of Britain's Jews. The most popular name for baby boys in Britain today is Mohammed.
It's a completely different country. The entire dynamic has changed, the entire atmosphere has changed, both towards Israel and in extension towards the Jewish community. It's completely different. It's a different country with a different demographic, a different outlook. Everything about it is different. You're talking to these Jewish people, and you know that things are only going to get worse for them, not better. There's no way back for the United Kingdom from this point.
You know, I beg to differ. I believe there's a way back for the United Kingdom. You see, the United Kingdom, this country is so resilient, very resilient. I strongly believe there's a way back. All right, there's a way to reinforce the values, like I said, the British values, the culture, all right, the culture that made this country great. So there is hope. All right, I'm an optimist. I'm not a pessimist.
As far as I see it, no way back.
Falter has decided to stand and fight for the future, with the hope that more non-Jews will join him.
I think a lot of people don't realize how anti-Semitism relates to them, but they don't see it as something that's going to actually hit home, hit them. Whatever happens with anti-Semitism in this country, if extremism continues to surge in the way that it is now, this country's in for dark days, and so is the West.
Now, ask yourself, when you see that wounded snake striking, do you run, or do you try to put it out of its misery? In activism, it doesn't mean silencing people. It means calling out dangerous chaos and bringing it back to purpose. My perspective on this is for people to sit, pause for a minute, reflect on their actions and the consequences it's having. Think of the results it's yielding. Is it further pushing a divide? Is it adding fuel to the fire? Or is it leading to peace? And for you, I want to ask you, are we letting rage cloud reason? And what if performative activism turns on the very people it's supposed to protect? Drop your thoughts in the comment section, guys. I'll endeavor to read everything and reply you. It's your boy Shady, the one and only. Always keeping it real, keeping it unfiltered. I hope you learned something from these guys. Okay, make sure you smash that like button, subscribe, and we'll talk. Peace.
Oh, I love you more than words can say. You are me. Oh, you are the light that shines in my way. You are me.